Alright guys, welcome to Wild and Unrooted. So I got a little adventure that I'm going to start here with you guys. I'm going to live out of my truck with another buddy of mine. He's going to bring his other vehicle too. He's in a Dodge Cummins. I'm in a Ford F350 Power Stroke because I'm 6 feet tall. Me sleeping on the back of my rear seat is not an option. I work in the construction industry and I'll be heading to Alberta to go do a bit of work. So I'm gonna modify some stuff. The plan is to take the passenger seat out between front to the back. It's about 6'6", which will help me be able to stretch out. We'll go from there. So right now I'm in the process of making a bed. I pulled my passenger seat out because I am over 6 feet tall. So sleeping lengthwise. Back seat isn't an option for me. But after measuring from front to back here, I got 6 feet. So I'm gonna put a little plywood bench here, put a foamy down, and then I'll have a bit of space over there for some camping material. And then I can put my sleeping bag in here and I can still drive the truck. The reason why I'm lifting it off the bed with a piece of plywood is so that the heater is still usable and I don't crush any of these wires, and it's not quite 100% flat, so that'll even everything out. It'll give me a bit of storage underneath if need be, and it should be good. I'm in a bit of a rush because I have to be at work tomorrow morning, which is a 6.5 hour drive away from here. It's going to be an interesting couple of hours, but we're going to get her done and see what we can make happen in the next 4 or 5 hours.
Should work.
This is sick. I could pass out in this easy. Testing it out. I'm a little impressed. I thought it was gonna be a lot shittier, but this will be fine. Gotta bend my knees just a hair. Like honestly, if I took this seat out, I'd be laughing. And I can completely stretch out. So I got a shelf here for like a pad, iPad, or a phone or a laptop. Watch a movie. I got some 110 volt that's built in the truck. USB chargers, 12 volt sure power. If I want to get really fancy, I can fire up the sunroof and on and so forth. This is gonna work. Just a sheet of plywood, scrap 1x6, scrap skid, sleeping bag, and an old foamy, and kaboom, we got a comfortable bed in the passenger seat. That turned out a lot better than I thought, so right on. filled up, ready to go. Officially all packed up now. Give you guys a quick tour of the truck. So we got air fryer, coffee maker, mini cooler, of course my bed that you guys seen earlier in the video. I got a couple of camping supplies and some clothes there. In the back I got some work stuff, a little bit of extra cooking material in the box, extension cord, and of course emergency power. Yeah, truck should be ready to go. There she be, guys. So I finally hit the road. I guess the first challenge of the night would be to find a suitable place to park. Everything seems to be running good and working good, so I'll check back with you guys in a little bit here and show you where I found a place to stay, and I'll show you how the bed's gonna work out and so on and so forth. Made it to Slave Lake here. I'm just parked at a Super 8 hotel parking lot. You guys can see. This is gonna be home for the night. Gonna start setting up my my bed. Sorry, my voice is a little screwed up here. I just got over being sick, so I'm just gonna move my duffel bag over to my driver's seat, crawl into bed here, lock the doors, and shut the truck off. It's definitely a much different feeling camping in the cab of a pickup compared to like a camper that I'm typically used to. But yeah. Bed seems to be working good. It's definitely much better than sleeping horizontal in the back seat, which was originally my plan, but this will work out good. So I'm gonna catch some sleep here, guys, and I'll see you guys in the morning. First night was a success. Just stopped at McDonald's and grabbed myself a green tea. Made a few phone calls. I'm on my way to work for the first day up in Slave Lake. Yeah, everything was good. The only complaint that I have is I wish that I did take out that back passenger seat just for that extra 4 or 5 inches of room. That would have made a big difference, but other than that, it was great. So I'm gonna head to work here and get this day done, and then I'll check back with you guys in the afternoon. All right, guys, just finished work. Not staying in a hotel is definitely a change in what I'm used to, but it sure is a good way to save a lot of money. Hotels in this particular area are somewhere between $150 and like $250 for like a base model room, and that's like your typical hotels. Holiday Inn Express, Lakeview Inn, Super 8 hotel, like your typical chain. So no, it's definitely difficult. It's an excellent way to save money if you're working out of town and you do get live out allowance to go work out of town. So anyways, I'll catch up with you guys a bit later here. Cheers. All right, day 2 in the truck. Just finished getting off work. I might have found a campground that I can park at with my buddy Caden there. So we're gonna go check that out in about 15 minutes. Just about to get ready for bed there. I ended up looking around town in Slave Lake for a spot to camp permanently so that I wasn't jumping around from parking lot to parking lot. We did find a place, a campground that's willing to let us park there for the month that we are here. They're gonna charge me and Caden, I think it's around $700 or $800. There's a place to plug in our vehicles if it does get cold, which is a hell of a bonus. So just in the process of getting my bed set up. So this will be hopefully the last night in Super 8 hotel parking lot, and then from here on out we got a campground that's about 7 minutes out of town, so we're not right in the hustle and bustle of things, and there'll be a picnic table where we can cook, power, which will be nice, and being right next to the river. So obviously it's like -7 right now and it's the middle of winter, so we won't be doing any swimming or any fun summer activities. Be nice to go ice fishing, but the river's not quite frozen yet. I'm gonna get my sweatpants on. I'm gonna get my water out, and yeah, I'm gonna call her a night. Hey guys, so it is, I believe it's day 3. 1, 2, 3, yeah, night 3 I guess you'd call it. I did get a gym membership today at some small local gym. It was $89 for the gym membership, and then another $50 for a key fob. And the reason why I got the key fob, because it is a 24-hour gym, but you needed a key fob to access that, and they do have showers. Seeing as how I'm living out of my vehicle and I run a piece of equipment right now for work, I did not want to just wake up, sit all day in a piece of equipment, and then come back and then just chill in my vehicle. Tomorrow I am going to fire up the generator and cook some dinner, so we're going to be -10, 12 tomorrow degrees Celsius. So we'll do a little cook off for you guys to come check out, and that'll be the plan. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. We'll give you guys a little bit of a tour of some of the amenities that I got going on here. So when the truck's running, I have power. I do have 110. There's a 400-watt inverter in this truck. This is pretty much all my camping gear. I got my clothes bag. This is dry goods tote. And then this is like a couple of stoves and so on. I got my air fryer. I did bring a coffee maker here. which I could use. My breakfast has been Raisin Bran, as you can see here lately. I do have a mini cooler way down in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's literally like, it's tiny. It's like a one and a half cubic feet. It's not very big. Plan on getting a little electric heater to put on the dash or right in the center console here, just to have a little extra, just in case it gets cold, because I don't want to run my vehicle 24/7. And some of the YouTube channels that have had to run their vehicle overnight, they know how costly it can get running a pickup 24/7, as well as the wear and tear on the vehicle itself, which adds up pretty quick. I think, you know, like 300 hours of idle time is equivalent to like 30 or 40,000 kilometers. Don't quote me on that, but that's kind of roughly kind of what's in my head right now. And then that's the gist of it. I mean, if a guy really wanted to get fancy, I could remove this and you can see outside. When I do run the extension cord for the heater, I'm planning on running it through the back sliding window, but I'm probably gonna have to get like some sort of tape or foam or something from the hardware store just to block where the extension cord isn't, because that'll probably be a really big draft. Oh, this is my gym bag. It's a typical gym shoes, shorts, shirt, a towel for showering, and then obviously some soap. Yeah, that's about it, folks. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Cheers. All right, guys, day 5, living in the pickups. We're getting after it. Got my boy Caden here. We're gonna try to make ourselves some dinner on the tailgates here. Trusty old hunting knife. Olive oil's a little frozen, we're just unthawing her. And dinner is served. Made one for dinner tonight and one for lunch. Hey guys, finished another day of work and I bought a electric heater to run off my 3000 watt generator so I don't have to have my pickup running at night. It's supposed to start getting a little colder out here. I am going to set everything up, give you guys a little unboxing of the heater. I bought this heater at Canadian Tire. It was $59. It was on sale, $20 off. So I plan on putting it on my center console. It's got a few safety features, overheats, and if it tips over, it'll automatically shut off, which is good. It's also got a thermostatic controller on it, so I can set it to a particular temperature, so it's not just blaring hot in here, which is awesome. It's a pretty small heater. I tried to get the smallest one I could get while keeping it under 1500 watts so that I could not overload my generator. I do know my generator is a 3000 watt, but if I can keep a decent heater on low and not have my generator running wide open, that would be absolutely awesome. I got enough fuel for basically 3 nights at a time. I did purchase a little frying pan. I'm gonna fry up a couple of eggs and toast in the morning. So that's the heater. So I got my power cord here. I got my towel up against the window here, heat out, and then I got a little bit of tape as well. This tape, and I'm gonna use this. It's RV tape. It's what I also use when I'm in the fifth wheel, when I do some winterization and I do some bubble wrap insulation on it. I use this tape to attach it to the RV itself, and it seems to work pretty good, and it's also easy to come off. So just testing out the heater, it pumps heat on low, so I definitely won't need to have it on high. Like it's quite a bit of heat, so that'll definitely heat the cab very easily. Sitting there, it isoscellates, and I got the cord running to there. Got that back taped up, and the generator's in the box of the truck, and then I got the generator chained up just so when I'm at work I don't have to worry about theft or anything like that. But yeah, works good. Anyways, catch you later. I'm going to bed. See you guys tomorrow. All right, good morning guys. Another day in the truck. Definitely starting to get a little colder out at night. It was minus 12 last night. I drove back to my work site where I'm working at, and it did warm up to minus 7, which is good. And I'm just making myself a tea in the pickup before I start my work day. So got one of them isobutane stoves and just a pot of water. And I got an old McDonald's cup that I'm gonna use. Gonna throw a tea bag in there and have myself a tea for the morning. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. Well, Another night in the pickup. I've actually lost track what day it was today. But we're gonna make ourselves some little wraps here and hang out by the fire and then go to bed. Where are you from?
Manitoba.
Another day at work, another day living in the pickup. Gonna cook up some eggs. I'm gonna do a couple of hash browns and probably some ham and cheese with my eggs and put it in a wrap, kind of make like a bit of a farmer's wrap. Work. Another update just at work right now. The weather's came in. It's been snowing pretty much all day today. The snow has lightened up a bit, so we're in for some colder weather come the next few nights. I think we're seeing lows minus 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, so that electric heater is going to be really working tonight. Yeah, another day done living in the pickup there in northern Canada. She's cold, but we're doing her and we're having fun. Last few nights have been starting to get really cold. It's minus 15 out here now. So I adjusted the heater. Originally I had the heater up top, but I've lowered the heater down here and I have it on low, blowing in towards the sleeping bag to keep the chill out, because there's zero insulation on the bottoms of these vehicles and you could feel cold air radiating off the bottom. Thankfully I built the plywood up off the ground a bit, and then this blowing in has really helped staying warm. Ever since I got the heater running and the generator going in the back, I haven't had to run the truck pretty much all night, which is really good. But the generator is starting to act up, so I'm gonna have a look at that and figure out what's going on. It's definitely not running as good as it was like the first 2 nights. It's a relatively new generator. We'll see. We'll have to take a look, check the fluids and all that stuff. If there's anything I can do about it, or if it just might be bad gas from the pumps in town here. But we will see. Anyways, have a good night. Morning guys, another day living in the pickup. Just waking up here. It is cold. Minus 25 this morning. -25°C. It's cold. The generator ran out of gas last night, so that had about, I think it was about like 4 o'clock when it ran out of gas, and I have some more, but I was way too cold to get up, so I ended up firing the truck up at about 4:30 and then ran the truck for a couple hours to finish the day, which is probably a good thing to keep the truck running because it was cold last night. But yeah, I'll definitely make sure the generator's full of fuel before I go to bed, because that was the second time I did that and I do not want to do that again. Anyways, I'm off to work. I'll see you guys later. Well guys, it definitely hit minus 30 last night. Driving to work, we were hitting 31, 32 below. But every time I park, because I have a winter cover on, it seems to warm up a few degrees from that motor heat kind of radiating around the thermostat. But it says it's minus 26 now. That is cold. Yeah, I was hitting temperatures that are up minus 30, 31 on the way here. So it probably was around 30 pretty much all night. So that was definitely a cold night. Anything that I'm gonna change? Probably not. The system works pretty good. The only thing is I gotta make sure that I keep that generator nice and full before I go to bed so the heater doesn't go out. But other than that, it's good. Everything's going good. Living out of a pickup, working. It's working. Hello. I'm just cooking myself some rice right now in the truck. And I did make myself a little omelet, but I already ate that. And after I'm done having a little bit of rice and some salad, I'm gonna hit the gym and then hit the bed. It's getting to the point where I have to do a pretty big cleanup. It's starting to get a little messy in here. We're almost done. So right on, guys. Hey guys, last day at work here. Job's finally over, so it's time to go home. So that concludes our trip. Another few more hours of driving and then we're back home. It's about 10:30. Should get there before midnight if I can make it. I am starting to get a little tired, so I am starting to look for a spot to take a rest or a coffee shop to grab a coffee. I haven't been drinking coffee lately, so one of those would do me justice. The next town I believe is Dawson Creek, which is, there's a sign coming up here. Doesn't say Dawson on it anywhere, but we gotta be around 20 to 25 kilometers away from Dawson, so should be able to make it there, grab a coffee, take a little break from driving, and then see how I feel from there. Well guys, finally made her back home. Truck did the trip, lived in the vehicle the whole time. The truck's a bit of a mess. After living in the vehicle, experiencing that, having a few cold nights like minus 30, it wasn't too bad. Gonna start deconstructing the truck, put everything back. I'll get my seat back in, off to the next adventure. Can't wait to clean up, get a little shave, looking a little rough now. But yeah, it was good, it was fun. Thanks for the journey, thanks for coming along, and like and subscribe, and we'll have some more adventures for you guys to watch and join. Pretty soon we're gonna have a couple of giveaways as well. Some cool camping gear that I personally like myself. And it'll be a random draw for anybody who has subscribed to the channel.